What's going on YouTube? Dylan here at the Bizergret, bringing you all the second place locals deck profile from my boy Ben.
What up?
With his macro warrior deck profile that him and Odd Toxin Gaming have been working on. Why macro, man?
Because I like to banish stuff, and Grand Maju's not good enough in this format yet to play, so I wanted to play something I could banish everything, just like I did the last time, and this worked out pretty well.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's get right into this profile and get this shit turned out.
Alright, so we went with it. I'm just going to attack.
I feel like this skill pops up too much in these deck profiles here.
Yeah, that skill's going to get a rat at home. 3 Survivor, because this card is insane, and I will explain why later on. 2 Banishers, because if you can't get into macro fast enough, Banisher helps you banish stuff.
Banisher's just macro 4 and 5.
Yeah, pretty much. 1 Destroyer, because it banishes stuff when he's banished, so I'll get into everything later with that stuff. The 3 of is Warrior Lady, because it banishes.
Banish.
Yeah.
Banish.
Another one of is Exiled Force. I actually thought about taking that card out at first because I didn't know how it was going to perform, and surprisingly enough, it outperformed itself. Its card's good.
It definitely hit a lot more than it didn't.
Yeah. Like I played in the last round, I played against Dark Gaia, and this card saved me. So it's pretty good. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Now we're going to get into the spells. So this is why I played Destroyer, because of this card.
This card is absolutely insane. Explain what this card does, man.
So you target 1 monster on your side of the field and 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field and banish them. So if you banish Destroyer, when he's banished from the field, you can banish another face-up card they control.
I think it's pop.
No, it's banish.
No, it's destroy that target.
Oh, well, it's Spanish because you usually have macro on the field. The other synergy is Survivor. So this target Survivor, banish their monster, end phase, Survivor just comes back. It's one of the reasons I've been thinking about adding a tribute monster into the deck, but I haven't gotten that far yet, so I think I'm going to test it. Playing macro, I couldn't see why not to play this. Sean didn't have it in the original list when he sent it to me, and I was like, you got to play it, because if you have macro, this card is game changing.
It's just better Wildfire.
Exactly.
It's literally just better Wildfire.
I actually won games because of this, because I burned my opponent for 300. So
because you can just go like Survivor Radiance, skill target Survivor attack, and then your opponent's turn Convergence for 3.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Or I'd do it in battle phase. I won a game doing it in battle phase because I had no monsters on the field.
Right.
And they went to swing, and I was like, Convergence, and they're like, cool.
Sure.
The one up for the deck is Rhoda. Excuse me. Searches out Survivor. For whatever reason, DD Destroyer's a warrior. I don't understand it, but it is.
One of the conundrums.
Exiled, I searched Exiled with it to help me clear a board when I absolutely had to. And Warrior Lady, because Warrior Lady is a good card to set. So, yeah. So that's it for the spells. We'll get into the traps next. The bread and butter for the deck. It's macro.
God, this secret looks so good, man.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, this card's self-explanatory. Banishes. I don't play the Helios monsters, but this is just in here for the banish and Convergence. So, yeah, I mean, the card's amazing. And 3 walls, because
Wall of D.
Yeah, pretty much, because Wall of D can just win games on itself, so why not? We will get into the side deck next. Okay, so I'm siding 2 Galaxy Cyclones because it's a pop, and then when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to pop something else.
All in the same turn as well.
So the card's insane. Another back row removal, Nobleman. It's one of the reasons I don't play Floodgates. Because if you hit somebody's Floodgate with this, it can be detrimental.
Now, what if somebody hits one of your macros?
Then I cry. Straight Flush is a one of because that card is still amazing. People try and play around it, but occasionally you'll get the person that forgets.
Shout out to Austin Davis losing to double Straight Flush the other week.
Yeah, it hurts. Curse of the Forbidden Spell. Because, siding, if I side in any of the other spells, and I play a decent amount of spells in the main as it is, somebody tries to, Galaxy Cyclone or something on my macro, this stops it.
It's also wildly synergistic with Galaxy Cyclone itself, because you can just pitch it if you need to blow up a face-up spell trap.
Yeah, it's good. Plus, Cyber Angels, it still shuts down Cyber Angels.
Yeah.
And the card that will never leave my side deck is so everybody knows what this card does. I'm not going to go over it, but when you notice my extra deck, there's literally 3 cards in my extra deck that are playable from Waking because I've never changed it from when I was playing the other decks because I literally summoned those 3 possibly. So we'll get into the extra deck. Like I said, I don't play these. They're just in there because I used to play those decks at one point in time and never switched them out. Dragoon is in there because it's a 3,000 attack and it's 3,000 defense. So
that's a pop.
Yeah, you can special. 90% of the time I special in defense mode just to stall things out, and you can pop and burn your opponent. So the card's really good. Joker because
it's Joker.
It's Joker. I mean, it's a 3,800 beat stick.
Just one of the 6 good fusions in the format that you can summon off of it.
It's amazing. And the reason I play Waking, because playing a macro deck, going first, you set macro game 1 and you activate it on their turn. You go into game 2 and you side stuff out. And if you see the Waking and you set it, 90% of the time they're going to try and get rid of it thinking it's macro. So they hit Waking, that's won me games because he comes in defense mode and you just win. So that's everything.
All right. Any shout outs you want to give before you wrap this up?
Shout out to Odd Toxin, my boy Sean. Shout out to Dylan with the Buys Regret.
It's me.
And a shout out to TCG, the best locals on the East Coast. Got a rep. These guys are just amazing. They let us start our locals a year ago. We started running 6 to 8 man locals every other week, and now we're up to 5 rounds weekly. So, just trying to keep the grind going.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the profile, man.
Yep. See you guys later.